Hello everyone, my name's Pam, this is my channel Sweet Pea Green and welcome to my first ever, put my remote down, my first ever collaboration. So you'll have seen from the thumbnail that the collaboration is between myself and Clare from Clarobobbins. So a little bit of background. I'd seen Clare's vlogs when she just started. It's always good to look for some smaller channels with new ideas and, you know, new styles of delivering and patterns and fabric, different styles, whatever. So yes, I'd found Clare. I think it probably just came up on the new for you on the main home screen. So I'd watched a few videos and I'd mentioned to a couple of friends, including Judi of Running So and So, about her, and then Judi very kindly gave us both a shout out on one of her vlogs earlier this spring really, April, May time. So yes, Clare and I kind of interacted with each other, commenting on each other's videos and whatnot, and we seem to have a similar taste in patterns and fabric, even though we were very different body shapes. And we both loved Andrea's fabrics from Beyond the Pink Doll. I know that Clare doesn't do a subscription box, but yeah, she always comments on the things I make with Andrea's boxes. So yes, we'd both been going a couple of months, and then one day Clare contacted me through Instagram and said, would you like to do a collaboration? So yeah, that was a little bit daunting, as I'd never done one before, obviously, not being a vlogger. So yeah, I said yes. Well, what are we going to do? Which is obviously the next question. So we had a bit of a chat to and fro, and about how we do it. Do we do fabric? Do we do patterns? Do we do pattern company? And it was quite fortuitous at the time that Andrea released her summer carnival collection of the 6 viscoses. So as you know, I've already made one up, the white, can't remember what it's called, but I'd made the co-ord set. So yes, we both we both really liked the fabrics, so we decided that we would do one fabric, 2 patterns maybe. And then I had mentioned to Clare that following on from Andrea's sew-alongs and the fact that she did wear quite a few, the Lynnn Caftan, the Atelier Jupe Lynnn Caftan, I had bought the pattern and I'd said to Clare, I really quite fancy making this pattern. So because we're different shapes, Clare said that the Atelier Jupe pattern would be no good. She needed more shaping on the top. So what she would do, I think, to be fair, I've had a really easy job on this collab. Clare's the one that's put the hard work in. Clare went and found a pattern, which I think, again, I'll obviously link Clare's vlog below. Pretty sure that the pattern was a new pattern that had just been released. So it was amazing how kind of everything came together at the same time that we decided to do this collab. So yes, Clare found a pattern that gave a very similar silhouette to the Lynnn Caftan, but obviously gave her more shaping. So I will then now leave Clare to talk about her experience with her pattern. But obviously my pattern, I'd made the top first of all to check on the sizing, and I had sized down against my measurements, because I remember Andrea had said that it was oversized, but it was quite oversized. So I did size down. The top was fine. Then I made the dress initially, the one that looked like a dressing gown first of all. So I did in the end put the casing on the outside, made the belt self fabric belt slimmer, and I've worn that today for work actually, and yes, very comfortable, very comfortable. I do like it a lot. However, there were some things that I'd learned from making that dress that I brought forward to this dress. So let me see if I can remember. I should have taken notes. I had thought about taking notes and then quite forgot. So mostly I think it was to do with the casing, because when I'd initially done the first dress, I just snipped the corners, snipped the seam line where the notches were and left it at that. So then when I decided not to do the big thick belt that was on the pattern as drafted on the pattern and go with the casing and make the belt smaller, thinner, it was quite tricky to try and find it. You know, it was a slippery viscose. It was quite tricky to find the straight line. So I learned from that, and before I cut this out, I tailor tacked across the whole length of the casing lines, and then when I'd cut it out, because the tailor tacks were quite small, I then did basically a long running stitch along both the back and the front, just so I knew, because the tailor tacks were going to come out because it was quite slippy. So just a running stitch, a large running stitch, hand stitched, just so I knew exactly where the casing was going to go. So that was casing, and then the tie. No, it wasn't the tie. I made the tie in the same way. I made it thin to begin with. Didn't follow the pattern piece at all. But the casing, rather than just follow the instructions. If I'd have followed the instructions, I think it was turning over 1 centimetre on each raw edge and then sewing it down. I didn't quite turn 1 centimetre over, and the tie on this is a lot easier to pull tight. I've got to kind of thread the other one through. During this, there will be lots and lots of photographs. There will be a couple of videos to show the movement. So yes, it was mostly the casing, the tie belt casing, that I amended. Everything else was pretty much as the initial dress that I'd made, but I did take it nice and steady just so I didn't make any mistakes, because this fabric is just beautiful. I mean, on the website it stands out, it's so vibrant, but the saturation of the colour is just it's just stunning. I'm just so in love with this fabric. It's amazing. I mean, I love green anyway, but yeah, the green is just phenomenal. And so yes, I'm really happy with mine, and I have seen pictures of Clare's, and that too is stunning. And it's interesting that the silhouette is amazingly similar, same different neck, but it is a V-neck, and yeah, another beautiful dress. I mean, it's I don't suppose I need to make that dress because it is so similar to this, and I've got this one, and I don't think I'm going to rest this pattern now. I've made 2 dresses. I might make the top at a later date out of a nicer fabric than I did make that one. But yes, I mean, this fabric was so nice to work with. Much nicer than the previous fabric that I used. A lot less slippy, very much more stable. Because it's not got a sheen to it. It's quite a matte finish, so there's no slippy slidiness. Again, I followed Andrea's sew along for the majority of it. Certainly the placket. She says on her sew along, this is probably the only piece that you need. You know, everybody will switch off when the placket's done, because that is the trickiest part. And Andrea's instructions, as usual, outstanding. Yeah, so easy to follow along. And really kind of hold your hand along the way. So yeah, it's just a beautiful fabric, and I'd love to know if anybody else has bought any of the Summer Carnival viscoses, and what have you made with them. Please do, excuse me, please do comment below what you have made, and yeah, let's spread some ideas around. Yeah, I think that may be it for my blurb. I really cannot think. I mean, it was just an absolute delight, and I cannot think of anything else. It's really quite a straightforward pattern, I have to say. The Lynnn Caftan. The only thing that I wish I'd done is put pockets in, just so I've got somewhere to put my lanyard, because I don't like my lanyard around my neck. So yes, it would have been nice to have a pocket for my lanyard, but you know, such is life. I don't, you know, I might not wear this for work very much, so do I really need a pocket for my lanyard? It's an easy wear. It's very much secret pyjamas, like we all say. So yes, I think that will be that. And please, if you want a more detailed vlog, yeah, Clare had the raw end of the deal, I think, because yeah, mine was such an easy make with such a fantastic fabric. I did very well. I did get for my first collaboration, I did get an easy job. So thank you very much, Clare. Thank you for asking me, and thank you for giving me the best end of the deal. That's great. I think that is all I've got to say on the subject of my beautiful Lynnn Caftan in my stunning Beyond the Pink Door exclusive fabric. And on that note, I will leave you. Excuse me, I will say thank you to my subscribers. If you could give me a like. If you're new and you've come over from Clare's vlog, it's lovely to see you. I hope you like my ramblings. I do waffle quite a lot, and I say yes, quite a lot as well, which I apologise for, but I'm a one take vlogger. I try not to. I want to sit down, chat, and then stop. So yes, hopefully you like what you see. If you do, give me a like, give me a subscribe. If you don't, it was nice seeing you for the time that you were here. And I will see everybody on Friday with my vlog tour video. So what day is it today? I'm recording this on Friday, It's going live on Sunday. So enjoy the rest of your day. I hope the weather is kind to you. Stay safe and I will see you soon. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.